All right, hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into something I think we can all relate to, the connection between discipline and finances.
Ooh, yeah.
We're looking at this motivational piece, and it really got me thinking, how do our spending habits, how much we're shelling out every day, affect our ability to reach our goals and, really live a fulfilling life?
Like the big picture stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump right in. This piece kicks off with this idea of the what they call the imprastem trap.
Okay.
Basically, it's saying we spend money to impress people who probably don't even care.
Oh, for sure.
You ever feel that pressure? Like buying something just to, I don't know, look good?
All the time. I think it's like this, this human thing, right? We want to fit in, we want to show off a little, especially nowadays with social media. Everyone's presenting this perfect image of themselves.
Yeah, totally. It's like we're constantly bombarded with these highlight reels.
Exactly. And it makes us feel like we have to keep up.
But the source, it says, focusing on impressing others can actually hold us back, from those bigger
Oh,
goals.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious, what's going on in our heads when we do that?
It's kind of like we're looking for validation in the wrong places. We're seeking approval from outside instead of from within. And the thing is, that kind of approval, it's fleeting. It never really satisfies us.
It's like chasing what is it, a mirage in the desert?
Right. It's always just out of reach.
Okay, so moving on, the source talks about this classic dilemma, needs versus wants.
Oh, yeah, the age-old battle.
And it makes a point that, like, we should prioritize our needs while we're working towards our goals. And then, later on, once we've achieved them, we can avoid our wants guilt-free.
Makes sense in theory, but, sometimes figuring out what's actually a need and what's a want, it's not always black and white.
Yeah, there's definitely a gray area there.
Def
Like, we all need transportation, right? But is a brand new car a need? Or is it a want disguised as a need? What are some other things our listeners should think about?
Ooh, that's a good one. How about your phone? Do you absolutely need the latest model? Or could an older, more affordable one still do the job? It's all about challenging our assumptions, being really honest with ourselves about what we truly need.
Love that. Challenge the assumptions. This deep dive is really making me rethink my own spending. Okay, the source goes on to say something pretty powerful. It says that discipline is the key differentiator between success and failure.
Mm-hmm.
And not just with money, but in life in general.
Big statement, and I think there's truth to it. Think about athletes or artists, anyone who's really good at what they do. Discipline is what gets them there. It's the commitment to keep going, even when it's tough.
I read this study once about willpower, and it said willpower is like a muscle. You got to work it out to make it stronger.
Interesting.
So, like, the more we practice discipline in one area of our lives, the easier it becomes to apply it to other areas, right?
Totally. So if we can build up that financial discipline, it could actually help us in other aspects of our lives too.
Exactly. Okay, so how do we actually do it? How do we start being more disciplined with our money? The source talks about looking inward, being true to ourselves.
It's kind of like getting to know yourself better, right?
Yeah.
Understanding what's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
What are your values?
Right.
What motivates you? What are your spending triggers? Like, do you spend more when you're stressed or bored?
Or like when you're out with friends and everyone's buying stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Social pressure can be a huge trigger. Once you know what your triggers are, you can start coming up with strategies to deal with them.
So, like, if you always online shop when you're stressed, maybe try going for a walk instead or calling a friend. Have a plan, right?
Exactly. And the other big part of this looking inward thing is getting really clear on your values and what you want out of life, what truly matters to you.
Yeah, that's deep.
It is. And then ask yourself, how does your spending align with those values, or how does it not align with them?
Whoa. That's a big question.
It is, but it's important because if we're spending all our money on things that don't really matter to us, we're basically taking resources away from the things that do matter.
It's like we're sabotaging ourselves in a way.
Kind of, yeah. But the good news is we can change that. We can choose to direct our resources towards what truly aligns with our goals and values.
So it's not about denying ourselves. It's about making conscious choices,
Exactly.
about living a life that's true to us, not just to what other people think we should be doing.
You got it.
I like that. Okay, so to wrap this up, here's a little challenge for everyone listening.
Okay.
For the next week, try tracking your spending, every single dollar,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and then look at the patterns. Where could you be a little more disciplined?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe that daily latte could become a weekly treat.
Ooh, good example.
And then take those savings and put them towards a goal that really lights you up.
Yeah. I love that challenge. And remember, it's not about being perfect.
Right.
Nobody's perfect. It's about progress. Every little step you take, it gets you closer to living a life that feels truly rich and fulfilling.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
All right, everyone, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.